Hello again. After the excitement of Record Store Day, which I didn't actually participate in at all, there didn't seem to be anything that really interested me too much. Um, I thought, because it's such a nice sunny day, and it's been such a nice sunny few days actually, I've been listening to a lot of Latin music, and I haven't shown any Latin music for a while. So I thought I'd dust down a few old favourites, and there's a few that I've got recently as well, and see what you think. I know it's not to everybody's taste, but there's lots of good stuff to explore. Some of it quite difficult to find, but some of it not so complicated. So let's get started. Here is a nice one by Andy Harlow, the brother of Larry Harlow, the famous pianist. Andy was a flute player, and this is a very nice record. Sorpresa la flauta, it's called, and the big tune on here, No que va a llorar, very nice, very heavy and loud and good old salsa the way I like it. Definitely recommended. This is a Colombian pressing, I think. Yeah, it was originally on Via Records. This is the Colombian version, and it does actually have quite a link with Colombia, this record, because, well, there's a song on it about Colombia, and the pianist on this record is a guy called Joe Madrid, who was a Colombian pianist, who is fantastic. This is perhaps his most admired record, La Moña. This is a wonderful, wonderful, very heavy record, which I've been banging a lot lately these days. Yeah, real grooves on here, and I really love Latin piano players because they get a lot of melody, and it's really beautiful stuff. And Joe Madrid, he really thumps the keys really nicely. So I really like this amusing cover as well, and you can see there like a shark playing the keyboards. Nice little logo there. But yeah, this is a great album. Pretty sought after these days. I'm glad I got it for a reasonable price back in Colombia. But hey, nice. Signed as well. Nice touch. Now, a more recent acquisition. This is a nice reissue of a band called the Orchestra Cool, or La Orquesta Cool. Cool Heat is the name. This was a reissue from several years ago, which I managed to pick up. And it's kind of like, is it 60s? Yeah, it doesn't say here, I don't think, when it came out originally. But yeah, it's a very 60s sound. Starts off a bit quite boogaloo, which boogaloo music is a sort of mix of soul and Latin, which can work sometimes, doesn't always work for me. But it really gets into its stride on the second half of this record, and Ritmo Cool, Cool Heat. These slow songs are absolutely fantastic, and they got this lovely sort of horn sound, which is slightly not out of tune, but it's very chaotic and really good. I love that sort of chaotic sound. It's a very Latin sound. So this is a really nice record. Definitely worth checking out. Johnny El Bravo. I think I may have shown a record from him before, or he was on a compilation I had. This is a record that he did, and the big song on here, Ojo Aha, is a nice one. But there's another good one as well. What is it? I can't remember what it's called. My mind's gone blank. Is it Back to Back, that song? I forget. But no, this is pretty good. There's two particularly good tracks on here. The first and last, yeah, it's Back to Back, is the other tune I like. And this is on Horoscopo Records, which seems to be related to Borinquen Records. They seem to have the same thing, from Puerto Rico, and great releases on here. Lovely, sort of insane hi-hat action on these, and really good electric piano with everything. Sort of Rhodes piano gives it a really nice sound. Yeah, some of the songs are perhaps a little forgettable, but as a sound that the record has, fantastic. Here's one that I got a few weeks ago in a record shop in London. I was so pleased to get this because you don't often see really good Latin records, like original pressings, in record shops here. But this is the Típica Ideal, it's called, Out of This World. As it says here, it's got a bit of a 2001 Space Odyssey theme. This is a immense record. I think it's one of those classic salsa records on Coco Records. Really nice label, this one. It's kind of like charanga, so it's lots of violins and lots of grooves going on here. Really good stuff. Yeah, the title track takes it off. It's a nice little sort of synthesizer sort of things they've added in for some sort of cosmic effects. Brilliant, just pure grooves on that one. Lovely. And I was at a record fair, the Hackney Record Fair, a couple of weeks ago, and there was quite a bit of stuff, but I was really pleased to find this. Johnny Colon, Tierra va a temblar. Very nice, cool cover as well, that one. Yeah, really pleased to pick that up again. You don't really see these kind of records in the UK so often, so really nice to get that one. The big tune on here, Retorno del Mambo, fantastic. Lots of grooves, and yeah, nice one. And there's a Willie Colon that is a reissue with a great cover actually. This is called El Juicio, the Trial, and quite an amusing cover with Willie Colon there in the dock. And there's Hector Lavoe as the judge, who does the singing on this album as well. And interestingly, on the back cover, there's the real judge and the real jury have all been tied up, in keeping with Willie Colon's bad man persona. I think the most notable thing about this album is the song Aguanile, which any sort of Latin party, they put that one on, the dance floor will go wild. It's pretty intense, very, what would you say, African sounding tune. Yeah, it's a great one. Lovely. And here's one I picked up off Discogs, not so recently, quite recently, and I'm really pleased to get this one. This is Cebu, I think you'd say, or Cebu, In Orbit. This was actually released in 1997, I think, and it's made up of 2 releases from the early 60s that he did. Now, he's an amazing percussionist, and he worked with all of the jazz greats, so this is very much a Latin jazz album. On one record, it's a double record set, very nice, you get In Orbit, which was the one release that he had, which has got quite a lot of organ on it, but really interesting stuff. And then the second one, Astronautas de la Pachanga, it's called, which is the second record, is absolutely fantastic. Lovely piano and vibes. It's the vibes that they've got on that one. And the big tune for me, Descarga Atomica, beautiful. Really, really special record, that one. I think that could appeal to jazz people, not just for Latin people. Lovely record. I like the cover as well. Continuing with the space theme that we had with Lady L. But yeah, that was a real nice one. Really pleased to pick that up because it doesn't come up very often. But I understand for most people watching, maybe if you're not familiar, this looks very nice, but you might not know much about it. And collecting all of these is quite difficult, especially in the UK, to get all of this stuff, and it can add up. And Latin records can tend to be quite pricey, and not always in the best condition, I find. So what can you do? Well, the compilations are the best way to go. And the first compilation that I ever got when I first got into Latin music, which was really the Kickstarter for me, was a record done by BBE, and it's this one, Latin Spectrum. Another amusing cover here. This is a brilliant introduction to Latin music, I think. It's got artists who you might know, lots of artists who you probably don't, and all my collecting and getting records after that has gone back a long way to this, from this compilation. In fact, a lot of the records I've shown over the months or years now that I've been doing this come from that the Andy Harlow tune I was talking about, No Que Va Llorar, is on this compilation. I've got a few others that I picked out which are all on this compilation as well. Daniel Ponce, really nice one on there. This one, Sonora Ponceña, this is a great record, but the song Night in Tunisia is on this compilation, and that's a good one. This one, which I was getting very excited about, Hector Rivera, what's it called? Tumba el Quinto, big tune, that's on this as well. So this record is not too expensive to get. I don't know, often see it very much, but I don't know, people often pass over it because it looks a bit silly, but the music on it is absolutely fantastic. And this was the first record I got, and when I played that to people I know who really like salsa, they were blown away by this record, and it's really got the stuff on it. So if you're looking for a starting point, that would be the place to go, I would say. I'll put on a few needle drops because I'll give you a taste if you like this sort of thing. But until the next time, I'll come back with some soul and some other stuff which I've picked up recently as well. But I'm in a Latin mood today. Aguacero de mayo que va a caer. Aguacero de mayo que va a caer, agua que va a caer, huye de pronto te moja los pies.